What drives the ebb and flow of Latin America's largest economy? Brazil's economic story is one of remarkable resilience and persistent challenges, a tale that continues to captivate economists, investors, and policymakers worldwide. Today, we'll dive deep into the fascinating journey of Brazil's economy, exploring 10 crucial themes that shape its past, present, and future. Historical economic evolution. Let's turn back the clock to understand how Brazil became the economic powerhouse it is today. The story begins in the colonial era, when Brazil's economy was built on cycles of commodity exports, from sugar to gold and later coffee. But it was the industrialization drive of the 1930s that truly transformed the nation. Under President Getulio Vargas's Estado Novo, Brazil began its journey from an agricultural economy to an industrial powerhouse. The late 20th century brought unprecedented challenges. The 1980s became known as the lost decade, with inflation reaching a staggering 2,477% in 1993. But then came a turning point: the Real Plan of 1994. This brilliant economic strategy, implemented under Finance Minister Fernando Henrique Cardoso, who later became president, finally tamed the inflation beast. The new currency, the real, brought stability and set the stage for future growth. The early 2000s marked a golden era. From 2003 to 2014, during the global commodities boom, Brazil's GDP grew at an average rate of 4.5% annually. The country lifted nearly 30 million people out of poverty, earning international acclaim for its social programs like Bolsa Familia, which has benefited over 14 million families since its inception in 2003. Economic sectors and their evolution. Brazil's economy today is a testament to its diversity. The services sector dominates, contributing approximately 74% of GDP and employing over 60% of the workforce. But what makes Brazil truly unique is its agricultural prowess. The country is the world's largest exporter of soybeans, producing over 150 million metric tons in 2023. It's also the leading exporter of coffee, supplying about 1/3 of global demand. The manufacturing sector, despite facing challenges, still accounts for roughly 22% of GDP. Brazil's automotive industry, the 8th largest globally, produces over 2 million vehicles annually. Meanwhile, the mining sector continues to be a crucial contributor, with Brazil being the world's 2nd largest iron ore producer, extracting approximately 400 million metric tons annually. Political economy and governance. The interplay between politics and economics in Brazil is fascinating and complex. The country's transition to democracy in 1985 marked the beginning of a new era. Since then, each administration has left its distinct mark on economic policy. The Cardoso years, 1995 to 2002, focused on privatization and fiscal discipline. Lula's first tenure, 2003 to 2010, balanced social programs with market-friendly policies. Dilma Rousseff's impeachment in 2016 sent shockwaves through the economy, leading to a severe recession. The Bolsonaro administration, 2019 to 2022, pursued market liberalization and privatization, though the COVID-19 pandemic forced a shift toward emergency spending. Now, under Lula's return in 2023, we're seeing a renewed focus on social investment and industrial policy, with ambitious plans to reduce inequality while maintaining fiscal responsibility. Fiscal and monetary challenges. Brazil's fiscal situation demands attention. Public debt stands at approximately 74% of GDP as of 2024, a level that requires careful management. The Central Bank of Brazil has shown remarkable independence in monetary policy, maintaining inflation targeting since 1999. The basic interest rate, known as the Selic rate, has been a crucial tool in managing inflation, which peaked at 12.13% in 2022 before moderating. The challenge of balancing growth with fiscal responsibility remains paramount. The government spending cap, introduced in 2016, aims to limit public expenditure growth, though it faces ongoing debates about its effectiveness and social impact. External economic relations. Brazil's position in the global economy is increasingly significant. As a founding member of BRICS and Mercosur, the country plays a pivotal role in South-South cooperation. Trade relations with China have become particularly crucial. China accounts for roughly 30% of Brazil's exports. The country's foreign reserves, standing at approximately $350 billion, provide a substantial buffer against external shocks. But this global integration comes with vulnerabilities. The 2014 commodity price crash demonstrated how external factors could impact Brazil's economy, leading to a GDP contraction of 3.5% in 2015 and 3.3% in 2016. Social development and inequality. Perhaps no challenge is more pressing than inequality. Brazil's Gini coefficient, hovering around 0.53, reflects one of the world's highest levels of income inequality. The richest 1% of Brazilians control nearly 30% of the nation's wealth. Yet, progress has been made. The poverty rate decreased from 40% in 2003 to around 20% by 2014, though recent crises have partially reversed these gains. Education remains a critical factor. While school enrollment has increased significantly, with primary education now nearly universal, quality remains uneven. The government spends about 6% of GDP on education, above the OECD average, but outcomes still lag behind international standards. Infrastructure development represents both a challenge and an opportunity. Brazil's logistics costs are estimated at 12% of GDP, compared to 8% in OECD countries. The country needs approximately $1.5 trillion in infrastructure investment over the next decade. Recent initiatives like the Growth Acceleration Program, PAC, aim to address these gaps through public-private partnerships. The energy sector shows promise, with renewable sources accounting for over 80% of Brazil's electricity generation. The country's wind and solar potential remains largely untapped, presenting significant investment opportunities. Environmental challenges and green economy. Climate change poses significant risks to Brazil's economy. The Amazon rainforest, covering 60% of the country, plays a crucial role in global climate regulation. Deforestation rates, though fluctuating, remain a concern, with approximately 11,000 square kilometers lost in 2023. Yet, Brazil is also positioning itself as a leader in sustainable development. The country's commitment to renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and carbon reduction creates new economic opportunities. Brazil's green bond market has grown significantly, reaching $10 billion in issuance by 2023. Innovation and technology. Brazil's tech sector is booming. São Paulo has emerged as Latin America's leading startup hub, with over 2,000 startups and multiple unicorns. The fintech revolution has dramatically increased financial inclusion. The percentage of Brazilians with bank accounts rose from 60% in 2014 to over 85% in 2023. Digital transformation is reshaping traditional sectors too. Agtech adoption has helped Brazil achieve some of the highest agricultural productivity rates globally. The country's investment in research and development, though still modest at 1.2% of GDP, shows potential for growth. Future prospects and opportunities. Looking ahead, Brazil's economic future holds both promise and challenges. The country's demographic dividend will continue for another decade, with a working-age population peak expected around 2035. The pre-salt oil discoveries could make Brazil one of the world's top oil producers, though this must be balanced against climate commitments. The digital economy, green transition, and infrastructure development present significant opportunities. Estimates suggest Brazil could add $1 trillion to its GDP by 2030 through digital transformation alone. The challenge lies in harnessing these opportunities while addressing structural issues like inequality and productivity gaps. Brazil's economic story is one of resilience, adaptation, and untapped potential. Despite its challenges, the country's fundamental strengths, abundant natural resources, a large domestic market, and innovative capacity, position it well for future growth. The key question remains: how will Brazil navigate these opportunities and challenges to create a more prosperous and equitable future? What are your thoughts on Brazil's economic journey? How do you see the country's future unfolding? Share your perspectives in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analysis of global economics. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next deep dive.